The other wise chaplain both a shelter and the other African people all protocols of Good morning. Representing Yah Asanta Girls Senior High School, I am Hannah Ichama, supporting speaker against the motion before the House in Nigeria. Money is the root of all evil. Unquote. The chair, the House, since my principal speaker has clearly elaborated into, permits me to proceed with more arguments. The chair, the next point in favor of our sense is that there are numerous causes of evil acts which are not motivated by money. The House, there are a lot of people who are motivated by political ideologies, religious beliefs, personal upbringing, unbridled desire for power and fame, envy, greed, and among others to engage in crime, and not necessarily because of money. The House, there is no way my opponent here can tell us that the actions of Boko Haram, ISIS, Adolf Hitler, and Osama bin Laden, which caused a lot of pain and death, were motivated by money. If my opponents are here trumpeting that money is the cause of all evil acts, then let's take money out of people's lives and see if all evil acts will be eliminated. Last, the wise share, every aspect of human development is improved through the use of money. Hence, money can never be termed as the root of all evil. Ladies and gentlemen, think of our education, health, crush and dismantle the motion for the House that money is the root of all evil. Thank you.
Thank you very much, supporting speaker of Yah Asanta Girls Senior High School. Let's call on the principal speaker of Esansi Bontefufu's Senior High Technical School for a summary.
Mr. Chairman, panel of judges, invited guests, upper timekeeper, fellow students, ladies and gentlemen, I am Gamaraho. I'm here to summarize the point that was mentioned by my main speaker and my supporting speaker. Mr. Chairman, the first on the list is money has the power to corrupt institutions, create suffering, it breeds greed and materialism within individuals. Money can cause miserable suffering. Money can corrupt institutions. Money has the power to create, money can lead to personal and emotional turmoil. Money can create vast disparities in the society. Money has the power to corrupt institutions, cause immeasurable suffering, and to divide the society. Money can do all these things. Mr. Chairman, I stand here to present this argument. This is the reason why I said money is the reason why we are also. Money is the root of all evil. Money is the root of all evil. I think money should be banned so that everything will be free and equal. We should run away because anything that causes suffering in our life, we must run away from it. Mr. Chairman, panel of judges, invited guests, accurate timekeeper, fellow students, ladies and gentlemen, these are my points I raise strongly. This is why I'm saying money is the root of all evil. Thank you.
Thank you, Principal Speaker of Esansi Bontefufu. Let's call on the Principal Speaker of Yah Asanta Girls Senior High School for a summary.
The chair panel of judges have mounted the stage once again to give a decent summary of the points raised by our team. We argue that money can never be termed as the root of all evil because one, evil has existed since the creation of humanity and before the invention of money. Two, money is just a tool that can be abused just like any other resource. Three, there are numerous number of wealthy people who have no record of evil deeds. Four, there are numerous causes of evil acts which are not necessarily linked to money. Five, every aspect of human development is improved through the use of money. The chair, honestly, I'm surprised. My opponents came here claiming that we don't know the source of the wealth of these wealthy people we mentioned. Sweetheart, that is just a crazy conspiracy theory. This is an evidence. I remember we all heard that Bill Gates was meant to be associated with COVID-19. This is an evidence debunking that assertion, so please, research properly. Again, the chair, my opponent said people envy others because of money. That is a big lie. People envy others because of their intelligence, their beauty, and other things, and not because of money. The chair, the House. It is impressive for us to note that Yes, money motivates people to commit other kinds of evil, but it's entirely out of place, and I say it again, entirely out of place to argue that money is the cause of every evil deed under the sun. It is never true. To chair the House, it's with this that we call all and sundry to join hands with us, quash the motion, and I quote, money is the root of all evil, unquote. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much. Oh, you can do better. You can do better. Right. So our first contest was motion, money is the root of all evil. Speaking for the motion, Esase Bontefufu Senior High Technical School, and against the motion, Yasantua Girls Senior High School. With a hand of applause, let's also give it up for them one more time. Please, you can take your seats. You can take your seats. Thank you very, very much. You can take your seats. Right, to our second contest for the day. Second contest for the day, and speaking on the motion, voting should be mandatory for citizens. And speaking for the motion is St. Michael's Senior High School. St. Michael's Senior High School, are you here? St. Michael's. St. Michael's, okay. So then we would have to jump.
They are coming.
St. Michael's. Oh, let's give it up for them. St. Michael's Senior High School. Your principal and your supporting speaker. Oh, do it better. Do it better. Do it better. And they are speaking for the motion. They are speaking for the motion. Speaking against the motion is Impasentia Senior High Technical School. Impasentia Senior High Technical School. Oh, do better, do better. Clap till they get their seats. Clap till they take their seats. Thank you very much. Your introductions, St. Michael's Senior High School.
I'm Amankwame Benedict, the principal speaker for the motion.
I'm Karen.
It's on.
I'm Karen Oposwa Party, the supporting speaker for the motion.
Right. And from Pasotia Senior High Technical School.
I'm Japon Roxon, the principal speaker against the motion.
Okay, so I'm Watson Tiwalidia, the supporting speaker against the motion.
On the motion, voting should be mandatory for citizens. I call upstage the principal speaker for St. Michael's Senior High School.
As a citizen, the power to change your own future is at the tip of your finger. If you, the citizen, do not vote, who are you expecting to vote? The non-citizens. The chair, panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, fellow students, ladies and gentlemen, I bring you warm greetings from the learnings of Black Angel. Amankwame Benedict is the only name I respond to. A proud student of St. Michael's Senior High School, standing before the House's fine morning as the principal speaker, strongly and with facts, for the motion, voting should be mandatory for citizens. The chair, before I lay down my convincing arguments for the motion, permit me to expatiate some keywords in the above motion that will be beneficial to the House. Voting, according to Cambridge International Dictionary of English, is the act of choosing someone or something in an election. Mandatory, according to www.vocabularies.com, is something that is required, obligatory, or compulsory. A citizen, according to Macmillan School Dictionary, is someone who has the right to live in a country permanently. Mandatory voting, according to www.finelaw.com, is when a state or a nation or council of its citizens to vote. The chair, the first point I'd like us to take into account is how democracy requires voting. My opponents, if I may ask, are we in a democratic system or an autocratic system? Democratic system, I know you will say. And can there be democracy without a leader? No. And how do we get these leaders? Through voting. With this, I am Amankwame Benedict, put before the House that there is no democracy without voting. Democracy, as defined by the 16th President of America, Abraham Lincoln, as a system of government by the people, of the people, and for the people. The system is for you and I. The system is meant for us all, not some. And so it should be mandatory for every citizen to cast a vote to keep the system of government up and running. A wise man once said, bad officials are elected by good citizens who do not vote. The chair, secondly, voting is a duty. Voting is a necessary duty of citizenship, just like paying tax. My opponents may say voting is not a natural right, but a political right, and a person has the liberty to vote or not to vote, and it will be an infringement on their rights if they are being forced to. Well, according to the 1992 Constitution, Article 41 clearly states that the exercise and enjoyment of rights and freedom is inseparable from the performance of duties and obligations, and accordingly, it shall be a duty of every citizen, not some, every citizen. In the human society, there aren't only rights, there are duties and responsibilities too. Let's not forget that. If the right to vote gives you, the citizen, the right to decide whether you want to vote or not to vote, why don't we do same with right to life? Decide to live or die. Why should a citizen get to choose the type of rights he wants to enjoy and the ones he doesn't want to? This is the seriousness and legitimacy of elected representatives. The chair. In the year 2020, out of 29 million citizens, 17 registered to vote and 13 million voted. Where was that 4 million? In the year 2016, out of 26 million citizens, 15 million registered to vote and 10 voted. Where was the 5 million? The chair, because voting isn't made mandatory, they decide when to vote and when not to vote. By mandatory voting, it will increase the legitimacy of elected representatives, and they will know the interest of the people, that is the majority, and they will know the where, the when, and the how to start working. My opponents may say, if voting is made mandatory, people may do things that may disrupt the electoral process and a lot of violence will rise. Well, we can increase the number of security personnel, not to scare the citizens, but to protect both the people and the electoral process. My opponents, problems are meant to be solved, not to be run from. Again, mandatory voting is an opportunity for change. With mandatory voting, people are given the opportunity to express their views on the political administration of the country. If voting is made mandatory, the interested want to go to the polls to cast their vote. And if I may ask my opponent, which country do you believe in if it is the minority that decides for the whole nation? By mandatory voting, people are forced to choose representatives who will rise, influence, and ignite the changes we want, the changes we need. Not for their well-being, but for the betterment of the country. The chair. Lastly, mandatory voting overcomes apathy and indifferences. Voters' apathy, according to Wikipedia, is the lack of interest in selecting representatives. The chair. When voting is made mandatory, people are compelled to accept, to fully commit themselves to the political system, which will increase the rate at which political participation is rampant in the country. Mandatory voting will instill a deep sense of political consciousness in the citizen. The chairman of Judges, Secretary for fellow students, ladies and gentlemen, with the fact provided, I hope you join me on the quest of accepting the fact that voting should be mandatory. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much, Principal Speaker, St. Michael's Senior High School. We call up on stage the Principal Speaker of Impasetia Senior High Technical School.
The chair, panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, fellow debaters, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols duly acknowledged. Good day. Representing Impasetia Senior High Technical School, I am Ejapon Roxon, the principal speaker speaking against the motion on board, quote, voting should be mandatory for all citizens, unquote. The chair, before you put the icing on the cake, permit me to elucidate some key terms in the motion to the simplest understanding of all and sundry. As and when needed, exhibits shall be tendered to back our claim. Voting, according to Oxford Advanced Learners Dictionary, is the action for choosing something or somebody in an election at a meeting. Mandatory, according to Merriam-Webster.com, is the result that comes from a mandate or an order, usually in a form of rule, law, or regulation. To start with the defense of my stance, the chair, I would like to emphatically state that under no circumstance should voting be mandatory for all citizens. Now the House, pay attention. Voting across the globe has never been for all citizens. A citizen, the chair of a country, is considered eligible to vote only when he or she satisfies the general qualification for electoral registration and voting. They apply in their home country. Some of these qualifications are 1. Citizenship, 2. Age, 3. Residency, 4. Mental states, among others. So St. Michael High School, your job today is to justify why a chain of mandatory should be the oxygen for winning elections. And if you may have otherwise, then start tearing them into pieces, or just like your principal speaker, you defeat. Panel of judges, I believe that it is not for nothing that most of the countries across the world do not permit all. Emphasis here, panel of judges, is all citizens to have have the right to vote, of which Mother Ghana is no exception. Article 42, Section 7 of the 1992 Constitution states, quote, every citizen of Ghana, 18 years or above, and of sound mind should have the right to vote. It's entitled to be registered as a voter for the purpose of public election and referenda. Unquote. The chair, Ghana is not known to be a banana republic, but one which believes in doing things which are constitutionally approved. I guess it is not for nothing that the framers of the Constitution added the caveat that the person 18 years and above should be of sound mind. For proper arguments and development, let's take a look at this photo. The chair in your gas house, as shown in the photo, is a madman sitting by the roadside, and per the argument from the other side, must also have the right to vote during the election. Madam Lucy, my point is simple. How would the voting process be if this man is given the opportunity to vote as a citizen during election? Your guess is as good as mine. Again, the chair, election across the whole are expensive. Countries, especially African countries, have had to spend whooping sums of money just to organize general elections at the expense of developmental projects such as roads, potable drinking water, school infrastructure, among others. The chair, Ghana, through the Electoral Commission, spent 515.3 million between 2018 and 2020, which was an election year. These figures of the amount expended on 17,027,941 eligible registered voters, as published in the Electoral Commissions of Ghana's official website. The chair, Ghana's population according to the 2021 Population and Housing Census is 32.83 million, and the number of registered voters is about half of this total population. The chair, what this presupposes is that in our quest to have all citizens vote, Ghana will have to spend twice the amount spent in last election. What do my opponents think they are claiming to do Ghana if we spend this much on election? But this happened at the expense of developmental projects such as schools, roads, hospitals. Then it is with great joy that I will announce to you to celebrate your second position without any trophy. For again, the chair, elections across Africa, especially Ghana, are often characterized with vote buying, stealing of ballot boxes, pockets of violence at polling stations across the world. A typical example was reported by Ghana Business News on 9 December 2020 of an election violence across the country, which claimed the life of 8 people, including minors. Is this what my opponents are preaching? So that more research into this okay? Obviously, you might want to come back next time. Again, the chair, not all citizens of a country should be made to vote. That is, the total population of a country comprises children between the ages of 0 and 17, which the Constitution regards them as minors. The elections in Ghana are often characterized by where shameless politicians try to influence voters by gifting voters who are perceived enough to make informed decisions with items such as television sets, cooking utensils, mobile phones, and amounts of money in exchange of the vote. Years ago, this act was done in practice, but today, what do we see? These politicians have thrown caution to the wind by openly distributing these items to voters on the day of voting at respective polling stations. A typical example was reported in Ghana on 13th May 2023 of an NDC incumbent member of parliament in the Chifu Atimoko constituency of the Central Region, who was found openly distributing these items to delegates to influence the choice of candidates. Reverend, my point is simple. If adults who should know better are being influenced this way, how about minors who are considered eligible? The chair of the House, I rest my case. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much, Principal Speaker. We call on the supporting speaker for St. Michael Senior High School.
The chair of the sacred timekeeper for the as fellow students, ladies and gentlemen. I am highly honored to be given this opportunity to stand before you today as the supporting speaker for the motion I quote and unquote. Voting should be mandatory for citizens. I am Karen Quatrin, a proud student of St. Michael Senior High School. The chair, my opponents made mention of voting being expensive. This is a total lie. Mandatory voting is not always about printing of ballot papers, buying of ballot boxes, and paying of those many officials. In fact, we can adapt the hybrid method of voting, a rather sophisticated way which will reduce the cost incurred on mandatory voting. In this way, voting will be done by capturing everyone's data onto the biometric database, and so all they will have to do is to put their thumb on the machine, and the database will reveal their identity. What is the essence of mandatory voting? It's a way of selecting our leaders. If voting is not made mandatory and the president wins the election through the minority vote, the president can be angry and decide they did not vote to elect that president, which may lead to political unrest. Can we quantify the amount of money we would lose in maintaining stability? A chair, to continue from where my principal speaker ended, voting makes the people interested in the government. No concept involves the connection between the government and the public more than the electoral mandate, for it implies that the president shall work to make the will of the people into law. The people becomes interested in the government when it reads its manifesto, which highlights on solving most of their problems. For instance, the chair, for over 150 years, American presidents have claimed to represent the will of the people rather than simply executing the laws passed by the legislature. In this example, they have made the American people more interested in the government. The chair, to continue with my point. Mandatory voting encourages high commitment to the political process. Mandatory voting forces people to be committed to the electoral process in the sense that it raises the youth participation in politics and elections. Also, mandatory voting forces electoral management body to be committed to the electoral process in the sense that they stand up to their duty, which is to organize, conduct, and supervise all public elections in Ghana. These management bodies include the Electoral Commission and the National Commission for Civic Education. Lastly, the chair, voting should be made mandatory because every vote counts. Governments have long used mandatory voting as a solution to the problem of low voter turnout. If we work together as one big community and increase our voter turnout by making voting mandatory, then our state and national legislatures will listen to our needs. The education, healthcare, immigration, the economy, the infrastructure, our veterans, etc. are all affected by our vote. The chair, panel of judges, secretary, people, co-debaters, fellow students, ladies and gentlemen, I strongly hold on to the motion. Voting should be mandatory for citizens because it makes the people interested in the government. Mandatory voting encourages high commitment to the political process, and voting and mandatory voting counts. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much. Let's call on the supporting speaker from Impasetia Senior High Technical School.
The chair, impartial panel of judges, accurate time people, fellow debaters, ladies and gentlemen, good day. I proudly respond to Boating Tiwalidia and the supporting speaker from Impasetia Senior High Technical School, speaking against the motion on board. Quote, voting should be mandatory for all citizens. The chair permits me to commend my principal speaker for the good work done earlier by educating the House on why voting should not be mandatory for all citizens. The chair, to add to my principal speaker's submission, Ghanaian citizens are found across the length and breadth of the world, such as Asia, America, Germany, etc., and even in other African countries. Getting all these people to vote during election and referendum will require certain logistics. Countries like UK, China, America, etc., who have succeeded in getting all their elections done at their respective countries of abode have done this through their accredited embassy. Ghana, on the other hand, the chair, has no accredited embassy in most countries across the world. Even the representation of the People's Amendment Law, ROPA, which was passed through the Parliament of Ghana in 2006, the chair has not seen the light of the day because of obvious challenges, such as deployment of EC officials to oversee voting process, no documented data on the eligible voters in the diaspora, no accredited embassy in most countries across the globe, where this election can take place. Now the chair permits me to advance the unsubstantiated argument my opponent has made so far to support the motion. The chair, my opponents claim that all citizens must be allowed to vote because they pay tax. The chair, I would urge my opponent to be sure the information they put out in public domain because not all citizens pay tax to the government. The Act of Parliament of the Republic of Ghana, titled the Citizenship Act 2000, stipulate the conditions under which one can be classified as a Ghanaian citizen, which include by birth, by naturalization, by adoption, among others. Most of these people have not visited their country for the last 10 years or more. In what way have these people paid tax to the government? In any way, the chair, if all citizens must be allowed to vote on the basis of payment of tax, then there are foreigners who equally pay tax and must also be given the right to vote. Again, the chair, my opponent also claimed that getting a section of citizens to vote is an infringement on fundamental human rights on the other. The chair, did I just hear my opponent talk about infringement on the right of others? Really, nations, and for that matter, Ghana is governed by laws through the Constitution, and the Constitution makes conditions under which one can vote as a citizen. The chair, if my opponent really believe the rights of citizens as they claim, they will know it is enshrined in Article 42 of the 1992 Constitution that, quote, citizens of 18 years of age or above of sound mind are eligible to be registered as voters during election and referenda, unquote. The chair, impartial panel of judges, accurate. The chair, the house, I rest my case. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much. Let's call on the principal speaker, St. Michael Senior High School, for a summary.
Chair, panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, fellow students, ladies and gentlemen, I still remain among Kwame Benedict, the principal speaker for the motion. Voting should be mandatory for citizens. The chair, the following are the points we raised for the motion. Democracy requires voting. Democracy requires voting. Mandatory voting makes elections more serious and legitimate. Mandatory voting is an opportunity for change. Mandatory voting overcomes apathy and indifferences. The chair, did I hear my opponents raise arguments on we saying paying of tax is something that we do, and so therefore should be mandatory for every citizen to vote? We never said anything about paying tax. My opponents, please stop accusing us and let's move to the points here. The chair, panel of judges, if I heard my opponent say, according to the Article 42 of the Constitution, well, we don't move from A and we jump to Z. We move from A, we move to B. According to the Article 41 of the 1992 Constitution, clearly states that the exercise and enjoyment of right and freedom is inseparable from the duties and obligations. My opponents, we didn't argue on a person must be below 18 years before voting. We didn't say anything like that. Yes, there are rules that someone needs to be 18 years and of sound mind to be able to vote, which is true. But we have people who are 18 years and of sound mind and do not vote with their own reasons. Those are the people we are here for. Why don't they vote? Some don't vote because of religious beliefs and a whole lot. But these are Pharisees. Voting should be mandatory for every citizen who is above 18 years and has a sound mind. My opponents, if I may ask, can there be democracy without voting? I'm still on this motion. Voting once freed Ghana. In the region of Ghana, where Ghana was still under slavery, we were being enslaved by foreigners, and they decided to allow us to vote, to elect our representatives. Ghanaians, we came together and we voted.
Time up. Thank you very, very much, Principal Speaker, St. Mike High School. Let's call on the Principal Speaker for Impasetia Senior High Technical School.
The chair, panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, co-debaters, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols duly acknowledged. After carefully articulating and expatiating my points, why voting should not be mandatory for all citizens, permit me to reiterate my stance by highlighting the points I have exposed in my argument so far. 1. Citizens include minors below 18 years, which the Constitution in Ghana and countries across the world, the globe frowns upon. 2. Not all citizens are of sound mind. 3. Involving all citizens of a country will be capable intensive. 4. It will impede developmental projects in the country. 5. Including all citizens will be an infringement on the fundamental human rights of section of the citizenry. Now the chair at this juncture permits me to rebut some fallacious points made by my opponent. My opponent, you alluded that voting should be mandatory because it is good. But I want you to bear in mind that you can force a horse to the riverside, but you can't force the horse to drink the river. How can you tell me going to the ballot box or going there to vote means someone is going to vote for that person? You can force that person to go there, but you can't force that person to vote for either NDC or MPP. So you better go and make your research well. Excuse me. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much. Oh, you can do better. You can do better. Wow. Thank you very much, St. Michael Senior High School and also Impasetia Senior High Technical School. You guys can take your seats. Let's give it up for them. Oh, is that all you can do? Clap, 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 clap. So they take their seats. Right. to our third contest for the day. And we are speaking on the motion, foreign aid is a curse in disguise. Foreign aid is a curse in disguise. But this is an advice. Please, when you are speaking or doing your presentation, let's not rattle. Let's take our time. It's not about the number of points you give that will give you more marks, but it's about the clarity and how audible your voice is. I beg of you, let's not rattle. And also there is a way of handling the microphone. Don't bring it too close to your mouth. Other than that, whatever you're saying, we are not even hearing a thing. So let's keep notes. Speaking against the motion, foreign aid is a curse in disguise, I call on Twasi Senior High School. Twasi Senior High School. Are they here? Twasi Senior High School. Oh, okay, so they are coming. Let's clap for them. Let's clap for them. Let's clap for them. Twasi Senior High School. And also, for the motion, I call on Kumasi Girls Senior High School. Kumasi Girls Senior High School. Are you here? Kumasi Girls Senior High School. Kumasi Girls. Kumasi, oh, let's clap for them then. Kumasi Girls Senior High School. Oh, we can do better. We can do better. Why is it because it's not your school? Clap for them, clap for them, clap for them. Clap till they take their seats. Right. By way of introduction, Twasi Senior High School, do us the honors in introducing yourself to us. Okay, since they are praying, let's give it up for, okay, Twasi Senior High School, introduce yourself to us.
Okay, Praise Chiguachiado, a sporting speaker against the motion.
Owusu Gideon, the principal speaker the principal speaker against the motion.
Thank you very much. Kumasi Girls Senior High School, introduce yourselves to us.
I go by the name Adanka Roots and the principal speaker for the motion, foreign aid is a case, from Kumasi Girls Senior High.
I respond to the name Nadu Adi Afri Essential, the supporting speaker for foreign aid is a curse in disguise. Thank you.
Speaking on the motion, foreign aid is a curse in disguise, I call on the principal speaker for Twasi Senior High School, who speaks against the motion. No, rather we'll call on the principal speaker for Kumasi Girls, who speaks for the motion.
Mr. Chairman, panel of judges, Akron timekeeper, co-debaters, fellow students, ladies and gentlemen, good day. I go by the name Adanka Pegwini Anyengamba Victoria, a proud student from the land of Ahima, Kumasi Girls Senior High School, and the principal speaker for the motion. I quote and unquote, foreign aid is a curse in disguise. Before I proceed, permit me to explain the key terms in the motion. According to the Macmillan English Dictionary, foreign is dealing with or relating to other countries. Aid is money, food, or any other help that an organization or a government gives to a country or an area where people is in need. And then curse is a bad luck, the opposite of blessings. Disguise is alter one's appearance to conceal one's identity. Therefore, the motion simply means foreign aid, which is an international transfer of economic, military, and humanitarian form and organization or a government, appears as a blessing at the beginning, but in the long run becomes the curse. Why this statement? Many people may be wondering why giving out need to other countries is a curse, but not a blessing. Do not worry, that is my main purpose for being here, to clear your doubt, to avoid the blind cover that has covered your eyes, and to prevent my ignorant opponent from deceiving you into believing something that is destroying us and will continue to destroy us. The chair, the house, foreign aid leads to corruption by providing a large amount of money that can be used by dishonest politicians for their own private needs. Foreign aid over the years has increased the relationship between dishonest politicians and corruption, which has led to the lack of transparency and accountability. Foreign aid in Africa and Ghana. Foreign aid is a curse, and hence anything that reinforces it equally becomes a curse. The chair, the house, foreign aid can create
self-sufficient. Theoretically, foreign aid was provided to enhance the well-being of the recipient country's citizens, but in reality, the expected progress is hindered and the expected desired achievement is not achieved. A typical example is when Malik in 2008 made an analysis on 6 poorest and highly dependent African countries, and the study revealed that foreign aid had negative effects on 5 of these countries. Vera and Italy in 2013 also made a comparative study, and it's good to know that foreign aid has negative effects on the economic and developmental growth of countries. There is a huge reluctance on the part of African leaders. This is because they know that in the worst case scenarios, foreign donors are going to come to their aid. History has proven that no matter the objective of foreign aid, it can never change a country's budget. Therefore, if you have 80% of your national budget being funded by foreign aid, then you should know there is a problem. Don't you agree, my two-faced opponent? For scholars who have argued that aid is not good for Africa, one thing that centers the argument is the social and psychological effect it has had on Africans over the years. It reinforces false narratives that stifles growth in several ways, including the high level of brain drain. These theories have proven to be true and hence established the case in disguise. Foreign aid. Furthermore, the chair, the house, foreign aid creates steps by providing loans that are supposed to be repaid with interest, which can lead to countries becoming trapped in debt and unable to use their own resources for national development. Increasing aid flows allows the recipients to increase investment and consumption. My opponents seem not to understand the motion before making the decision. I believe they do not know the predicament in which they are in now. This is because our own motherland, our country Ghana, this is the 17th time we have gone in for a loan. And I would like to ask my two-faced opponent, do they know the strings attached to this loan? No, right? And if yes, then you are traitors of our country. And I feel great shame to see my fellow Ghanaians behaving like this. The chair, the house, Zambia was categorized as a middle-income country, but now it is positioned as one of the most poorest countries in the whole world, based on its dependency on foreign aid. The chair, the house, I would like to say some facts by stating analyzed facts by professionals. Adam Senatru in 2014 investigated foreign aid development and economic growth, and they realized that foreign aid has negative effects on both of these things. The chair, the house, I have proved my stand, stated my evidence, and have been able to throw more light onto the dark past created by my opponents. The chair, the house, to conclude, I would like to state a fact that is ongoing in Pakistan. Pakistan had financial assistance once taken as a blessing, appears to remove all the burdens of the Pakistan economy. Pakistan its way.
Time.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Please pay attention to the bell. When I say time, it's time, okay? Thank you very much, Kumasi Girls Senior High School. Let's call on the principal speaker of Twasi Senior High School.
God created man to be insufficient, but it was at a point that man realized his insufficiency. That is when help is made available to man. The ever-wise chairperson, both an impartial panel of judges, our great timekeeper, colleague debaters, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, today we've gathered here to debate on an important motion, and I quote, "Foreign aid is a curse in disguise," unquote. And I, Owusu Gideon, a proud student of Twasi Senior High in the great and marvelous land of excellence, Nanamba, and as the principal speaker speaking against this motion, I firmly believe that foreign aid is not a curse, but rather a blessing in disguise. It is a vital tool that fosters global cooperation, promotes economic growth, and helps alleviate poverty in developing nations. Let me present to you a compelling argument as to why foreign aid is a force for good. Mr. Chairman, first and foremost, foreign aid plays a crucial role in fostering global cooperation. In an interconnected world, no nation can thrive in isolation. By extending a helping hand to other nations, we build a stronger diplomatic ties and foster goodwill. Foreign aid promotes collaboration on critical issues such as climate change, healthcare, and education. It allows nations to come together and tackle common challenges, regardless of borders or political difference. Regardless of borders or political difference. For instance, during the times of natural disaster, foreign aid enables swift response and relief efforts, saving countless lives and demonstrating humanity's compassion and solidarity. History has shown us numerous challenges in meeting the basic Kumasi girls, would you humbly throw in the towel at this point or remain adamant? Well, the indication they say lies in the womb of time. Kumasi girls, Yebeshe. Critics of foreign aid argues that it fosters dependency and hinders self-reliance. However, it is essential to acknowledge that aid programs have evolved effectively over the years. Modern approaches prioritize building capacity and promoting ownership among recipient countries. Instead of perpetuating dependency, aid now focuses on empowering nations to develop their own sustainable solutions. It encourages the transfer of knowledge, technology, and expertise, enabling recipients to be self-sufficient in the long run. Mr. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, I conclude my presentation by holding on to the conviction that foreign aid is not a curse, but rather a blessing that brings nations together, stimulates economic growth, and helps alleviate poverty. It plays a pivotal role in fostering cooperation, promoting prosperity and empowering communities. While challenges exist, we must focus on aid improving effectiveness, accountability, and transparency rather than dismissing it entirely. The chair and the house, let us embrace foreign aid as a powerful tool to build a more compassionate and equitable world. The chair and the house, gracias.
Thank you very, very much, Kumasi Senior High School. Let's call on the supporting speaker for Kumasi Girls Senior High School.
According to Chuck Hagel, we need to stop viewing foreign aid as an aid, but rather an investment. The chair, impartial panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, colleague debaters, fellow students, ladies and gentlemen, good day. We are aware that time is the most precious thing in life, but we appreciate you all for sharing with us your time and giving us a hearing. I now do at the free of essential. Consider this opportunity as a great and honored one to be called upon to represent the prestigious school, Kumasi Girls Senior High School, and as supporting speaker for the motion, I quote, foreign aid is a curse in disguise, unquote. Would like to call for your indulgence, my listeners. To commence the chair, my opponent wrongly implied that foreign aid can save life and also encourages development. But let's take a close look at the motion on board. Foreign aid can create dependency by providing resources that locals who otherwise have to work for, leading to lack of motivation to work and also self-sufficiency. Theoretically, foreign aid was provided to enhance the well-being of the recipient country, but in reality, the expected progress is hindered and the desired targets are not achieved. Very recently, both the World Bank and the World Asian Bank Development also offer financial aid to support Bangladesh with their refugee crisis, though it is unclear whether the aid will be granted to them in a form of loan or a grant. This will affect the capital inflow of the country. The chair, permit me to ask my confused opponent this. In reality, how has foreign aid assisted you or helped you? Look at how confused you are, like the paved road leading to my school in Abrepom. Again, the chair, one cannot deny the fact that foreign aid encourages corruption. Let's take a close look at this. In most African countries, all the government does is to sit, wait, and let the next aid check comes their way. In most African countries, this is what they do, providing large amounts of money to the government, that the government could have used this money as a project in the world. The chair, for instance, in Mozambique, since they started receiving foreign aid, the level of dependency as their GDP rose by 16% points in less than 20 years. Why are you telling me that foreign aid is a blessing in disguise? Oh my God. Today, Zambia, when Zambia gained her independence, Zambia was characterized among the middle-income countries. But today, Zambia is positioned among the poorest nations in the world. The chair, my confused opponent raised another point that foreign aid provides aid to agriculture and also tap natural resources. But I would like to enlighten them that foreign aid is sometimes given to a country just to benefit foreign-owned corporations and entities. So actually the help is not directed to the less fortunate, but rather the donors. To conclude, the chair, impartial panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, colleague debaters, fellow students, ladies and gentlemen, with all these points stated by my principal speaker and I, there is no doubt as to which side has emerged victorious. I therefore call all and sundry to join the winning team. Voice out that foreign aid is a curse in disguise.
Time. Thank you very, very much, supporting speaker. Now let's call on the supporting speaker of Toansi Senior High School.
When you are in need of help and someone offers you a helping hand, are you going to tell them that is the case? That's the question to the House. The chair, prestigious panel of judges, our great timekeeper, colleague debaters, co-students, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I greet you all. I am in the person of Praise J. Wachi Yado, a proud and competent student of 20 Senior High in the great and marvelous land of excellence in Anama, the supporting speaker, speaking firmly against the motion of and I quote, foreign aid is a case in disguise, unquote. The chair, as the supporting speaker, I'm here to give you a compelling argument that challenges the motion of that foreign aid is a case in disguise. But the chair, before I proceed, permit me to refer to some point my confused opponent made. I appreciate his perspective on the motion of but the argument, but look at critical aspect of the issue. That is the main mention of a point that foreign aid leads to aid dependency. To you, Kumasi girls, being dependent on the country is not something that's very bad as you guys are claiming. If we live in a country where leaders don't use their resources well, definitely they will need help from other countries. And even beside this example, when you are in need of something serious and someone is offering a helping hand, are you going to reject that just because you don't want to be dependent on that person? Frankly speaking, you won't. And you're having a country that is Kenya and Botswana. They've depended on the foreign aid for a very long time, but yet they are still prospering and they've been able to sustain the economy. So my dear opponent, there is nothing that you can say that can reject the motion of that foreign aid is far from being a blessing. The chair, to proceed, foreign aid plays a pivotal role in promoting global stability. In an interconnected world, challenges faced by one country can quickly ripple across borders, which affect the international nation as a whole. By providing aid and assistance to these countries, it helps foster global stability and security, therefore safeguarding our own interests. Furthermore, foreign aid also contributes to conflict prevention and resolution by identifying the major causes of instability, that is poverty, inequality, and lack of access to essential services. This helps promote the rule of law, prevent conflict from raising to high level, and also create a conducive environment that fosters peace and security. Another point that cannot gloss over is that foreign aid serves as an instrument for pursuing long-term development. It serves as a catalyst for progress in developing nations, assisting them to overcome barriers to growth and meet developing challenges. This is also used to build infrastructures such as schools, hospitals, roads, which at the end can create job for the youth and also promote and sustain economic development. Another point to raise is that foreign aid serves as an instrument for fostering mutual understanding and cooperation among nations. It showcases the compassion of generosity among nations, fostering good roles. And by engaging ourselves in this program, we are able to learn ideas and values, learn many things from each other, and also respect each other, which at the end promote global stability. Critics argue that foreign aid can sometimes be misused by result in dependency. While its effectiveness should be assessed and improved, it's very essential for us to know that the negative impact of foreign aid don't negate the overall positive impact of foreign aid, but rather we must focus on enhancing accountability, transparency, and also ensuring that foreign aid aligns to the needs and priorities of recipient countries. In conclusion, foreign aid is far from being a curse, but rather a crucial instrument that fosters peace, has the power to alleviate people from poverty, and also fosters a long-term development. So the chair, I urge each and every one of us here to strongly reject the motion on board that foreign aid is a curse in disguise, and embrace it as a force for good in the presence of a equitable and a compassionate world. The chair and the House, thank you.
Thank you very, very much, Kumasi Senior High School. Let's call on the principal speaker for Kumasi Girls Senior High School for a summary.
The chair of the House, the point my subordinate speaker and I raised are: 1. Foreign aid encourages corruption. 2. It decreases development. 3. Foreign aid creates dependency. 4. Foreign aid has strings attached. I stated in my script that foreign aid has strings attached, and recently Ghana went for a loan. I want to state to you the conditionalities that were attached to this loan. 1. Removal of VAT exemptions, reformation of the corporate income tax, reducing custom exemptions, and then increasing progressively in personal income taxes, automatically adjusting fuel levels by exchange rate movement and inflation, quarterly tariff adjustment, including electricity and water tariffs. Government can employ only 0.5% of the current labor force. I want to ask my ignorant opponent, if government can employ only 0.5% of labor force, then they mean to tell me they are not going to be employed as a schooling. And limit to the rate at which the government can increase the salaries of public sector workers, which means you are telling me you don't want your parents' salaries to be increased. How are you going to fend for your schooling? Attached to GPD ratio of 80% before the end of the 3 IMF program, a second debt restructuring exercise, domestic debt exchange program. I would like to say, my subordinate speaker and I did not state that aid is bad. We stated that it appears as a blessing at the beginning, but in the end becomes bad. You can refer it to examination malpractice. When your friend is helping you, do you not call it aid in the examination hall? But after gaining a job, if you do not have any idea about the job you are going to do, how are you going to do it? That is the same way foreign aid is doing to us. You said it encourages selling. Let me tell you, how many Ghanaians do you think go out to China and America do they come back? The girl that invented these things, she invented machines. She was taken to America, but she never came back. You also say that foreign aid helps in natural disaster. I would like you to go to Pakistan and check what is going on right now. They will help using foreign aid to help them in the earthquake that happened. But now Pakistan is considered one of the poorest, and it has reached over $60 billion. Thank you.
Thank you, Kumasi Girls Senior High School. Now the principal speaker for Twasi Senior High School for a summary.
The chair and the house, let us run with endurance. In order for me to summarize the point made by my supporting speaker and I, the first point is that foreign aid fosters global cooperation. The second point, foreign aid helps in alleviating poverty. The third point, foreign aid stimulates economic growth. The fourth point, foreign aid fosters global stability. The fifth point, foreign aid is an instrument in fostering mutual understanding and cooperation. The sixth point, foreign aid serves as an instrument for long-term development. Mr. Chairman, permit me to report on some points made by my opponent. Kumasi Girls. Now I'm here to baptize you with knowledge. Just listen to me. The erroneous argument that foreign aid enhances corruption, thereby leading to lack of development, is very My opponent, does the Constitution of Ghana, and for that matter the laws, not spell out what should be done to people who indulge in corruption? Why should we gloss over this and still say that foreign aid is in the negative light? Kumasi Girls, you don't know what you are saying. Get out of my back. Let me tell you, Ghana is receiving aid such as educational aid, financial aid, food aid, because of fostering global cooperation. Now let me tell you something. Because of this, the reason why we are all here, when we win the debate, there is the full package. Scholarship is also part. So then tell me that when the scholarship is given to you, you are not going to take part in the scholarship. What are you trying to say? Go and revise your note there. Lecturer in the house, thank you.
Wow. Say wow. Okay, so thank you very much, Twasi Senior High School and Kumasi Girls Senior High School. You may take your seats. Thank you very, very much. Thank you.